Donald Trump's housing director calls Trump's idea a complete game changer. This is for 50-year mortgages, and I'm going to tell you why, as the guy in finance that you trust. That's why you're hitting that follow right now. This is the stupidest fucking idea. Oh, yeah. This is a game changer, all right, for the banks. Wow, no surprise that the housing developer billionaire loves something that doesn't benefit the people and actually benefits the banks. Now, the average American buys their first home when they are around 38 years old. I want you to remember that for a second. When you extend the rate of a mortgage from 30 years to 50 years, the interest that you owe on that home skyrockets. So say you take out a loan for $400,000 at 7%. You would owe in the 30-year period, I have it written down here, $558,000 over the 30-year mortgage. With a 50-year mortgage, that interest rate goes to $900,000. You would essentially be buying two homes just in the interest that you pay. And remember what I said a second ago, that the average American buys their first home when they're 38 years old? You got a 50-year mortgage. Average life expectancy in the United States is what? I don't know, 70, 75 years old? Are you even gonna ever pay it off? Or at a certain point, is a 50-year mortgage just basically like rent? I mean, think about what happens by the time you own the home. First of all, you're probably going to be dead. Second of all, if you are still alive, you're going to be, 70, 80 years old. And then you're going to be hit with all these humongous bills. You're going to need a new roof. You're going to need new HVAC. You're going to need new this, new that. It's just going to be just when you think you paid off the home, you know what I mean? Or you die and your kids inherit it and they go, what a mess. Now, when you lower the monthly interest rate, as this would probably do because you'd be extending it for 50 years, what ends up happening is people outbid on houses. They start bidding more, which in a roundabout way makes housing prices more expensive, which who does it benefit? The banks. Now, when you have a 30-year mortgage, you're able to build equity faster because the first couple of years of paying off the mortgage are going to go to the interest, to the loan. But once you've done that, you really the money starts shifting more towards paying back the house, basically. But when you have a 50-year mortgage, it's not just the first couple years. It's the first 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 years are just going to paying off the loan. In other words, you could be making payments for 15 or 20 years and still owe the same amount that you've borrowed. And because of this, you stay in debt longer, which means that even though you've paid into this thing for so many years, you can't really move, you can't really refinance because you haven't really paid off anything. Buying a house was supposed to be a long-term wealth building tool that you could pass on the paid off home to your children. Now you're passing on a home with like 15, 20 years left on the mortgage. You basically are agreeing to a 50-year rental. And when rates or home prices plummet due to a recession or whatever, people could end up owing more than the home is worth, creating a long-term real problem. See, the problem was never that the loans were too short. Oh, only 30 years? Oh, what if we made the loans longer? The loans were never the problem. It was that the housing was too expensive. This fixes nothing, and what do you know? Only enriches the wealthy. The banks, the real estate developers.